Our guest is Tony Lagouranis. He is a former U.S. Army interrogator, was in Iraq from January 2004 to January 2005, worked as an interrogator at Abu Ghraib and other prison facilities. Were you able to get intelligence out of your sessions with these men?
Sometimes, pretty rarely, honestly. Like, I did more than 300 interrogations in Iraq, and I'm guessing like 20 people I got any like real intel out of. And when I did, it was when I would sort of form a rapport with the person and get him to trust me. Nothing ever came out of the harsh interrogation sessions. Basically, everybody who came into that prison, they just determined that they were a terrorist, they were guilty, and they would send them to Abu Ghraib.
And what did you determine?
So, that, you know, like 98% of these guys hadn't done anything. I mean, they were picking up people for the stupidest things. Like, there's one guy they picked up, they stopped him at a checkpoint, you know, just a routine stop. He had a shovel in his trunk, and he had a cell phone in his pocket. And they said, well, you can use the shovel to bury an IED. You can use the cell phone to detonate it. He didn't have any explosives in his car. He had no weapons, nothing. They had no reason to believe that he was setting IEDs other than the shovel and the cell phone. And so, you know, that was the kind of prisoner they were bringing us. You know, part of the problem back then, too, is that I was still under the impression that we were getting prisoners who had intel to give us. You know, I still thought that these were bad guys. I was believing the intelligence reports that came in with the prisoner. I believed the detaining units, but later it became clear to me that they were picking up just farmers. You know, like these guys were totally innocent, and that's why we weren't getting intel. They wanted numbers. And, they wanted numbers of terrorists apprehended at FOB Kalsu. You know, so that they could brief that to the general. They were trying to impress somebody, so they wanted to say that we arrested this many terrorists. And when I would say they were innocent in my interrogation reports, they'd send the prisoner up to Abu Ghraib without my interrogation report.